Was 9-year-old kid, so I was I'm basically from a village. So in my native, I mean, there was a shopkeeper. So the very first time I met him in that shop, he used to tease me saying, "Boy, I was the first boy to see you naked." I was like, I mean, what kind of appreciation is this? I mean, uh, that too. I mean, I was 9, so I could understand things. But my mom was next to me that time and she was laughing. I thought, I mean, what is happening? And the day from then on, I had a million times would have asked my mom about the birth story, the event of how my birth happened and everything. So I have actually experienced my birth myself. So I think this is, I mean, uh, I can explain it better to you. Like during my birth, what had happened is 31st of October 1991, and it was around 1:30 in the night. There were two women in the house, only two. There was no men around that time in my house. So my dad was working in a nearby place. So my mom and my aunt, her elder sister. So that day morning she had actually visited the hospital, but they said, I mean, I was supposed to be a Diwali release, the November 5th, but I was not ready to wait. So 31st of October it is, early morning 1:30, and she got the pain, and I mean, my aunt was next to my mom just to give her some confidence, and she rushed into the next house. There was a old lady out there in the next house, so she had walked down. I mean, she must be 65 years old by then, but even that time she walked around. I mean, 600 to 700 meters around to the only guy who is available with the trucker. We call it in our locality. Maybe you can assign that as a cab, the only cab that is available in that village. So she went and informed him, and that guy with his cleaner came on to our house. My mom, my aunt, and the old lady, and the trucker driver, and the cleaner. All five of them went to the hospital. So it's 7 kilometers away from my locality, Shanti Hospital it is. So they went in. It would have been 5 minutes, and I was born. So this guy, right? I mean, the driver. Even now, he teases me, "Avasarathuk parandamane," like that. I mean, you would have heard that. I was literally in a hurry. So within 5 minutes, I was born. And this guy, actually, he could. I mean, you just imagine how would a cab driver behave these days? I mean, he will drop you, take a U-turn right away, and then leave the place. But this guy waited there. He waited there just to inform the good news back home. So he felt the need in him, like, I mean, uh, he is a nobody to me. He is a nobody to my mom also. He was just there. He is another citizen of the same village. He wanted to spread that joy of happiness. So he wanted to take that news with him. So this the cleaner was the shopkeeper who I was referring to in the beginning. So the cleaner, since my dad was not there, and these guys were around in the hospital, so he was the first boy who saw this boy naked. So that is what he was saying me. But to understand all this and to get to know things about my birth was actually fascinating for me. I mean, my mom was a little shy even today when I asked her to repeat things like, I mean, what were the scenes. But what I wanted to convey is like, I mean, see, the joy of giving is not about what you give to others. I said you that my mom laughed, right? I mean, because even now, whenever she says the story, she's so grateful to those people who spread the joy that day for her. The cab driver, the cleaner, my aunt, who actually sacrificed all the time to give confidence to my mom, and she even sacrificed her life to bring me up like this. So it is about joy of giving is actually it's about how the person is receiving and is feeling. It is not about how we are feeling in giving it. So I can understand from my mom how joyful she felt with those five individuals around, including me. Okay, so I was born on that day. So that is what sums up joy of giving for me, and sadly we miss it these days. These days with our high-tech living, I mean, we are in a situation where we think that if we just spend a part of our earning, our joy of giving is done. But unfortunately, it is not about earning. I mean, after hearing this the event of my birth again and again, I realized that it is actually the emotions that play around. It is not just the earnings or the money that is the real joy of giving. So the better we share our emotions, the better the person at the receiving end feels, then we will have a joy. That joy of giving is what I am looking for. I don't think I have got it till date. So hopefully I'll get it soon, and hopefully you too will get it soon. So thank you for the opportunity. This is Ravi Shankar.